with us now, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new here, we're here every Sunday at 7:30 for about an hour, hour and a half. I'll probably, even though it's a longer hypnosis tonight, I might see if I can get off a bit early because, like I say, the back pee is not great at the minute. But welcome, Patricia Mitchell. Rubbish sleep last night, not sure what was going on. Honestly, I just think it's all over the place. I don't like to be a doom monger, but I wanted to share the Schumann resonance with you all because it was mental. I'm not like sitting there watching it, and I don't watch a lot of stuff on YouTube anyway. But I was like, oh, just let me go and check. And it was adverse. And I thought sometimes it's good to know, but sometimes it's not good to have too much information because then we're expecting it, aren't we? And we bring it into our reality. So I've gone all hot and sweaty again. I've had to go and put a t-shirt on because I'm absolutely boiling. Yeah, absolutely boiling again. Anyway, I'll do the cards before I forget. So this week's it's Energy Spirit by Sandra Ann Taylor. Don't know if you can see I'm holding it the wrong way. So these beautiful cards, I love these. These are another of my staples. So what we got this week was sensitivity and strength, tapping the forces within. So if you look at it, it's got a feather, and I don't know what you call them, like an ironmonger thing, isn't it? I don't know what you call them. Yeah, it's like somebody will be able to tell me. I don't know what it is. Is it? I don't know why it's called an iron. Is it an ironmonger? It's like things that they bash. It's made out of iron anyway, whatever it is. Oh, Steph sends my comments are deleting after I send them. Oh, well, that's about. And Emily, oh, welcome, Emily. Hello, all. I've been watching for a few months. So happy I finally made it for the live. Welcome. So glad you're here. The energy is just the same, whether you're live or whether you catch it up on the replay. It really doesn't matter. But anyway, so we got strength and sensitivity. So it's about, I think the visual on there is really quite profound, isn't it? Because when you look at the feather and you look at the iron, and it's about us being able to switch in between the two as a mere mortal and tapping into that strength, but also that lightness as well. Oh, meant to say, if you haven't grabbed it already, on my website, there's a free audio, 15-minute reset your inner peace. So go and grab it, because the reason why I put that on there is because I want everyone to have something that you can just go to, and it's 15 minutes, right? It's literally just 15 minutes, but it will help you and guide you to being able to reset that inner peace, because everything that's going on at the moment. And again, this week, so you know what I'm like, I go sideways and all around the houses. One cool but special is with everything going on. Again, I've been called this week. That's why we're doing the quantum fire ceremony. Didn't even know what it was, just got a download about it. And I was like, well, how does that work then? Right? But it is actually a thing. I actually didn't know that. But anyway, we'll talk about that. But anyway, so this is about you being able to tap into your higher self. So your forces within. And like I say, there's so much stuff out there where you need to tap into a guide. You need to go and call in, an angel. I'm not saying those things aren't important. All I'm saying is the quicker that you can learn the voice of your higher self, the rest of it becomes easy. And I'm not saying you don't even know it. No, don't even need any outside forces. Absolutely. But it's really, I think the biggest part of our journey is being able to tap into your higher self. That has all the answers, but we get, oh, I don't know if I'm doing it right, or, oh, I'm not sure that's right because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. And I can promise you that when you start trusting in that inner voice, when you start trusting it, doors will open for you. Like miracles, if you want to call them that, will start happening for you, right? But it's very easy with everything that we've got going on in the world, right? Isn't it? To get tangled up in everything that's going on. So I know a lot of you don't watch the news anyway, but if you can stay away from that, because there's so much, I don't want to get in trouble. There's so much smoke and mirrors is probably the best way that I'll describe it going on at the moment. But you've got to tap into, like the card says, you've got to tap into your truth. There is no ultimate truth. As I say each week, start trusting your own truth. So there's a big sigh there, and the sigh is me. Like I say, I don't want to diss anybody or say that they're doing anything wrong. Absolutely not. But you start trusting your own truth. There is no ultimate truth. Anybody that's out there is saying that this is the ultimate truth. Big fat pants on fire. Absolutely not. And it's really interesting. I think even in the spiritual arena, it's especially when we've gone through trauma, right, or life experiences, challenges, we can easily be influenced by others, right, really quite quickly. And what we tend to do is, and I've certainly done it a lot in the past, but not so much now, is take on somebody else's methods of their journey. And the thing is, your journey is so personal to you. And like I say all the time, Lynn, I think Lynn is, I'm not going to say, but yeah, message her. She's all right. She's good. Yeah, she's good. Yeah, she's good. And well, I've forgotten what I was saying now. I'll come back in a minute. But you follow the beat of your own drum is what I'm trying to get at. Okay. And yeah, Natalie's saying, I reckon the world is in a state of unrest. But my own perception, because that's all it is, right? My own perception of this is we are just starting the labour pains of the birth. This is the very, very beginning. That's my perception. It doesn't have to be yours. And anything that I say that resonates, absolutely fantastic. If it doesn't, that's okay too, because there's so many people out there saying different things. All I can ever share with you is my own downloads from my higher self, because I completely trust that. I never doubt it, because I know it's never going to steer me wrong. But what I've been getting is, and I got it back in 2020, not so much about the 2035. I think things are going to be very different by then. So many things. And it's like it's all going to happen really quickly. So it might feel so disjointed right now. And especially there's so many people waking up, isn't there? You can all see it around you, even though you might feel that some of them are still sleepers or whatever you want to call them. I don't like to call them sheep, because they're not. They're just on their own journey, right? Because I just don't think it's great to be calling them names, or there's any kind of hierarchy, because there absolutely isn't. Excuse me, beg your pardon. There absolutely isn't. There's no hierarchy on this journey. And I saw something on a post on, I think it was one of the other social media channels, and it was asking about ascension. Is anyone going to get left behind? And I'm just got my head in my hands. It's like, why do people even think that? It's so sad that somebody's told them, right? Ascension is an energy. It's not even a place. No one's getting left behind. If we've chosen a journey and chosen a path, it doesn't, like I say, it's an energy. It's not a place. And people are saying, oh, well, all the 3D and all the sheep, whatever, are going to get left behind. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're just on a different frequency. But that doesn't mean that anybody's any better than anybody else. And you get people, and people say it to me sometimes, oh, you've been on this journey, or so much. It's like, we're all the student and we're all the teacher. In every situation, there's always something to learn. There's always something to experience. Yeah. Anyway, I'll digress there. I'm missing all your comments. Beginning of what? Okay, okay. Well, it's the beginning of the labour pains and the rebirth. That this, like I say, this is my own perception. I gather that's what you're talking about. Was that Aurora? So think about it. We've got to leave. I'm not a great fan of this, like New Earth and New Age spiritual stuff, right? Never have been, right? And you've got to experience what's right for you, absolutely, right? But what I've been shown and what I've been told is that by 2035, but this is the beginning, and there's a lot of people out there, not a lot, but what I've picked up on, a lot of people, well, not a lot, but a few people are saying, oh, it's going to be, by, what are we, 2026, by 2028 or another 3 years, it's going to be longer than that because we've got to unpick, how can I say it? I'm just being mindful. We've got to unpick such a lot. I'm just trying to think how I can describe it that's not going to get me. We've got to make some massive shifts, and that can't happen overnight. All the disclosure or whatever you want to call it, right? Whether it's to do with the files that are out there, whether it's got to do with, ascension or any, however you want to label it or think about it. There's so much that's got to be unpacked and unpicked, and people have got to go through the awakening process on their own. Many people are going to wake up. It's going to get to such a point where people are forced to wake up, whether that's information wise or whether that's spiritually, because they're two different journeys. We can have the spiritual journey, which is about our growth and our spiritual development and about our connection, remembering who we are and why we came here. And you can also have the information awakening. And what normally happens, I'd say 8 times out of 10, when people are on their journey, they have the information and then they wake up, or it can be the other way around. So they might wake up, then suddenly it's like everything, they're putting all the pieces of the puzzle together. They're working out. I just have to be really reserved about what I'm saying here. It's something, if you want to email me about it, I'm happy to email. I'm not happy to probably speak about this in such a public forum, especially at the moment. But yes, 111 Gibbon, welcome, darling. Hi, Lorraine and all. Beating to my own drum and taken back to my power and control. Absolutely. Transition is evolving. Absolutely. It's a transition. But like I say, from my own perspective, and you don't have to take this as read, is that this is the very, the Braxton Hicks, if you like, right? We're not sure whether it's full labour pains or not, but it's got to be unravelled slowly because the masses are not ready for the depths of it, if that makes sense. Like I said, that's probably all I want to speak about on here. Right. We like I say, message me. But anyway, back to the cards. So it's like the sensitivity. And like I say, we've got this iron thing there. Maybe someone said in the comments. And Lotus Passion Flower is saying, I hear you. I was following a lady and she said that the reason people cannot have abundance is because of interference, and then basically saying it's her and her husband can remove it all. Do you know what? There's another person on one of the other channels who's quite well known, and she does a lot of spirit releasement and that kind of energy. And like I say, no judgment, but she's always talking about she's getting her information from guides. And I'm like, she does quantum hypnosis as well. I'm trying to be careful about this, but there's not a lot of empowerment going on. And I feel really strongly about us all standing in our power and tapping into your higher self. No, I'm not saying so. I'm just making sure the bloody lead's in here so that I'm plugged into the Wi-Fi. So absolutely. And there's a lot of people out there making money. There's a lot of people. You're going to spot them because you're all clever. You can use your discernment, can't you? You can use your discernment because we're also flipping powerful. And it's trusting that. When you feel something is off, trust it. You don't always need to know what exactly it is that's off. You just need to know that you just need to trust it. But like I say, and I did comment to this lady and said, in a really nice, with love, where's the empowerment? And then I got, kind of a snappy comment back. Well, I do that every day. Well, I'm not hearing much of it. You are using, which nothing wrong with them. Don't get me wrong, but she's relying on 2 mediums to give her information. And I'm like, what? Like I say, no judgment. But where's the discernment within? The higher self knows all, sees all, it knows everything, right? If we're meant to know something, your higher self will tell you. It will give it to you. It might give it to you in subtle signs, but it will give it to you, 100%. Lotus, Lotus is saying again, I heard lately someone saying that there are 3 earths, and that depends on where you at is sorry, I don't understand that. Where you go. Then another 2, so all kinds of different things being absolutely said. Absolutely. But like I say, my thought process on that just immediately is, tosh. But it doesn't mean that I'm right and she's wrong, and she's right and I'm wrong. It just means that's her truth. That's it. That's her truth, and your truth can change the deeper and further we go on this journey. But like I say, I'm here as the bridge to help you. This is why I'm here every Sunday, right? It's to help you to be able to tap into your higher self. So you get to know that voice. And like I said, I don't want to plug or anything like that, but the course is the first step on that journey. There's more to come, but we can do the healing, and the healing is a bit like putting a genie in a bottle. Once it's out, you can't put it back in. You can't put the genie back in the bottle, because you would have healed so much more, and you've moved out of the ego state and the victim consciousness. I can say that because I was there. Right? I'm never ever going to sit here in judgment of anybody else, right? Because that was there. But we get told, oh, you can't get rid of all the ego and all that kind of crap. Well, actually, you can, because you're able to recognize straight away when your ego's coming out the box. Are you going to get it right all the time? No. Is anyone perfect? No, I'm certainly not. Right? Absolutely not. So Jeno, welcome Jeno. People don't talk about healing themselves. Instead, they are the ones who can remove attachments. Absolutely. If anyone says that to me, it's a red flag. No one can remove that. Don't give your money over. It's a really deep topic, because I actually do spirit releasement. Okay. But I rarely do it. Rarely. And there are other modalities within the quantum hypnosis realms, right? Hypnotherapy realms, where there's one particular modality, and I'm not going to mention it, but they talk about this, that everyone's got attachments, and I'm like, what on earth are you talking about? Right? Yes, those energies are real. I believe that they do exist, but ah, flip it. I was going to swear then. I'm not going to. I meant to bring up the map of consciousness again, because I meant to get it ready, but I forgot. So the map of consciousness, regulars will know about this, because you've heard me speak about it before, and it's in the course, right? Look it up. I might even put the photo up again like I did last time. So that's why I put the free inner peace on the website. So you've got a 15-minute go-to tool that you can grab if you just need to reset yourself. And eventually you won't need to listen to it, because you will be able to turn it on instantly, right? But if you keep yourself at the 250 neutrality and you just keep bringing yourself back, sometimes we go above it, which is great, but we can't stay up there all the time, because what will be the point of having a human experience, right? But we can pull ourselves out of the guilt, shame, fear, whatever it is, anger, and that's something I want to touch on as well. I don't know if any of you have been feeling, let me know in the comments, like angry, crying, right? A friend of mine came here, and we had a really lovely chat. I don't know if she's on tonight, but anyway, I'm not going to mention anything about that. But there was a lot of emotional stuff that came up, and I was like, wow, that's really, really interesting. And it kind of not freaks me out, but it kind of I find it not challenging. I find it a little bit weird, because I'm so used to not being in that state of instant reactions to things anymore, and literally nothing bothers me. And we've spoken about this before, haven't we? The regulars will know that we've spoken about this before. Yeah, I'm just looking at Joyce said, sorry, shiny object. But don't look, Lorraine, just carry on what you're speaking about. So I'm not used to feeling that. And it's like a bit weird. So I'm thinking to myself, and I don't mean this in any kind of arrogant way, this is my ego coming in, is that I know that if I'm feeling it, everybody else will be, probably even worse, right? But this whole brain fog, eye problems, not being able to sleep, as a human, we'll look for an answer and we want an answer. And we'll go, oh, it's because of that. And we'll find something because that's what the human mind does. It will always want to know, it'll always want to understand. Absolutely. Um, and Lotus Passion Flower is saying, yeah, she charges thousands of dollars. I felt it was as my thought is well creator of that higher self, and the angels can remove all. Absolutely, we've got so much power. But when we get that negative, when we get those negative energies, because that's all they are, think of them like parasites and little fleas. They get in when we're vulnerable. They can often come in if we've had an operation in hospital, when we're more open and in a lower frequency, because anything on that frequency cannot touch us unless we're vibrating at the same frequency. So you get a lot of people saying about, oh, psychic attacks and all this kind of stuff. And I can honestly say, and that my perception is, it's because that person is on that lower frequency. And it doesn't mean I'll just high vibe, happy, clappy, kind of spiritual, toxic BS. It just means that that person has dropped. Maybe they're doing shadow work. Maybe they're doing, healing, right? Absolutely. But like I say, look at the map of consciousness, because if you stay at your 250, it's literally impossible for any of that to come in. And it's a real deep subject, and it's probably something we'll talk about another time, because I think we've spoken about a little bit in the past, absolutely. And so Joyce is saying, being sympathetic to everyone and don't judge, as everyone is on their own journey. Absolutely. 100%. And nobody's further along than anybody else. And I find that, excuse me, a lot of people over the years are like, oh, that particular person is, got 4 or 5 clear senses. That means that I'm rubbish because I don't see things in meditations. Absolutely not. It's so not true. Their journey may be that they need those 5 clear senses, right? Because whatever their journey is, my perception is we choose our strongest sense. That can change, absolutely. Because what would be the point of coming here? I know that we can speak about, psychic development or whatever you want to call it, right? Absolutely. But my point is, and what my higher self has told me is, well, some people don't need the vision, right? Because we can play the game without having the interface, right? Think of it like an Atari, I'm showing my age there, or a Nintendo, or whatever it is they use nowadays. Some people can play the game without seeing it. They don't need to see it, right? But so many people get led down that path. I don't see, so it means that I'm not as good as XYZ. Absolute tosh. And we're all saying yes to angry and crying. Yeah, it's been a challenge this week. It really has. And Carol was saying, yeah, Lotus Passion is saying, yeah, last night there was a lot of emotional stuff. Absolutely. Oh, you're doing the course, are you, darling? I'm doing the course now. Last night was wild for me after a week of meditations. Absolutely. It will do. And the journey's like that, the healing journey. But like I say, I don't want to speak about it too much, but like I say, not everything you need, but it's a really good toolkit. And once you've got those tools, you've got them for life. What's Carol saying? Yes, I've been on a roller coaster with Norm passing the 4th of September. My birthday was the 5th of August. And I know you've had a lot, haven't you, darling? You've had a lot. You really, really have. 8th of October, that's my Scarlett's half-sister's birthday as well. Yeah, interesting. And Carol, I feel so sorry for you. Absolutely. We're all sending you love and healing, darling. Absolutely. And Gina's saying, sorry, Jenno's saying, excuse me, sometimes we have to go through the dark to find the light. Absolutely. But remember, when we've found the light and we're going through the dark, we always come out of the other side stronger, wiser. And something I said to a friend this week as well, when we have a breakdown, there's always a breakthrough on its way every day of the week. And think about any situation you've gone through. there's always a break when not always, but a breakdown, but when we feel like we're breaking down and everything's going to poo, I actually get excited for that now because it's like, "Oh, okay, I know there's a breakthrough coming," right? But the human ego will be fighting it, going, "Oh, well, it must be. I need to find out what it is. I need to do more shadow work. I need to do this. I need to do that. It's because of X, Y, Z." Forget it. Forget that. Forget always wanting to put a meaning and needing to understand and that logical left brain. And that used to be me. I can say all this stuff because that used to be me. I used to have to understand it or I had to pick it apart. I had to find a solution. I still do that now anyway. I'm very good at finding solutions. We've all got a superpower, and that's one of mine. So think about what your superpower is, because you will have one. We've spoken about this before, but you will have a superpower and a strength. Absolutely. And think about it as well. When we talk about going through darkness, we don't know what's in our soul contract. If it's soul contract stuff that we have to experience, and I went out for lunch with a friend today and we were speaking about this and, different situations. And ultimately, yeah, I'm not going to reveal the conversation, absolutely not. But it's really interesting what we choose on the soul journey. It really, really is. It so is interesting. Uh, absolutely. So Lotus Passion Flower is saying, had an experience such as that when was doing healing work, and it was actually the priests, and they had gathered together across from her house. She said she felt it, and she asked me if I felt anything. Oh, interesting. Is that some healing that you're speaking about, darling? Yeah, it's real crazy times at the moment. Absolutely crazy times. But like I said, there's so many people waking up. It's unreal. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. Anyway, I digress. God, I've been yakking on for an hour. How'd you put up with me? Oh, so if you haven't already, please like and share the live if you can. I really, really appreciate it. And it helps us to build our community and push these hypnosis meditations out to other people to find us as well. Because the more, the merrier. Absolutely. I think I'm going to have to grab my hair clip in a minute because I've gone all hot and sweaty. I don't know why I left my hair down, but maybe I wanted to do look like Hagrid. Like I say, just reminder on the website, there's that 15-minute freebie on there. Go and grab it if you haven't already, because it will definitely help you. The link is in the description. So if you click more, I think under this video, it's in there. And I've put the link at the bottom, and I will stick the timestamps on, but I can't put them on until we've actually done the hypnosis. So, like I say, it'll be really good to help you reset yourself and just be able to do that every single day if you can. And I just want to talk about this because something that's come up for me like over the last 2 weeks is a song. This song, "Just an Illusion" by what are they called? Imagination. Right? I was led to it last week, and I think I spoke about it quickly and was saying that I was taken back to my younger years. And that's been happening like all this week. Earlier on another social media channel, there's this guy that just kind of popped up out of nowhere, and I left school in '84. Excuse me, and he was talking about these particular 4 songs, and it's like they were released 42 years ago. I can't remember what they were now, but I was like, Jesus Christ, I feel like as old as the hills now. So what I'm trying to say is there will be a song, and I went and looked up the words and the meaning to the song afterwards, because what I felt was it was I knew that it was a romantic kind of song, or I think the connotations are very, different, and there's different meanings to it. But what I was taking from it was it's so relevant to right now, because everything is just an illusion, and it's like the Wizard of Oz, isn't it? Where the curtain's being pulled back and we're being shown so many things, and a lot of us 100% that will be here either watching live or on the replay will know exactly what I'm talking about. We've known for decades. It's not a new thing, but we were called tinfoil hatters and all that kind of stuff. But it's interesting, isn't it? The tinfoil hatters are actually, a lot of it's truth. But anyway, So what I'm trying to say is find a song that can click you back into a really positive state. Okay? It can be a dance song. It doesn't matter. Just find a song. So that's my song when I need to reset. It's I either put it on the Alexa, or just sing it in my head. And it's really funny because I saw them in the 80s live in the Fulcrum in Slough years ago. Yeah, Buckinghamshire. And I remember going to see them with my friend. And yeah, interesting. But the song, what I'm trying to get at is it can mean so many different things. So find a song, and when you need to reset, like a power reset, just listen to it, sing it, put it on your phone, or whatever. So yeah, that's my song at the moment. It's really, really interesting. And so again, this week I was called again. Didn't know it was quantum fire ceremony. What the hell is that? And it was like, it is actually a thing that I didn't know about. So what we're going to do is on Earth, a fire ceremony is for burning everything off. I think we've done one before ages ago. If I remember last year, I think we did one. But this, we're actually doing it in the quantum realms this time. And what it does is it amplifies, right? It amplifies everything tenfold because we're doing it in a different frequency, right? So, like I say, we're going to be working with the fire energy, burning everything off, and we're going to release everything that you want releasing. So, start thinking now and set the intention before we go in. What is it that you want to burn? What is it that you want to get rid of? What do you want to release to this fire energy? Because what it will do is it clear all ourselves, our physical body, our spiritual bodies, and also we're going to be working with the collective consciousness as well. Because remember, like I say each week, we're the light bearers. We're the ones doing the heavy lifting. Whether you believe you're a light worker or not, you are, because you wouldn't be here every week, or you might have just found us if you just kind of stumbled onto this channel. Welcome, right? Because everything is absolutely divinely timed. So, like I say, the world's in crisis at the moment. The collective consciousness is just all over the place. We're going to work. We're going to work about bringing in the peace, the love, and the unity. And it's not all happy clapper, high vibe. That's all we want, right? It's about us changing our energy and letting go of the things that we need to let go of. So, like I say, we're bringing in the peace, the love, and the unity, and we're working with the collective consciousness, which we are part of. And we'll also be doing not say a tiny bit, but we will also be clearing the bloodlines, a little bit of ancestral, right? So, think about this bloodline. And what came to me was about the timelines. And funny enough, I was talking about this today as well, is the timelines. So think about this particular bloodline, because I thought I didn't want to overcomplicate it, but think about fire ceremonies that might come to you during this session, and I do speak about it in the hypnosis, where we're clearing other bloodlines and other bodies and lifetimes that you would have been in, right? But everything's happening now, so that always gets a bit of a head spangler when we talk about past life, right? Because past life don't really exist because it's all happening now. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing. So get really, really comfortable, and I'll go back over the comments afterwards. So if you've just joined us, we're just about to move into a beautiful quantum healing hypnosis session. So as always, just get really, really comfortable. So I don't know whether I can reach my hair clip without pulling my back. So I think I'll have to just leave it. So get really, really comfortable. And as always, we call any angels, guides, beings of light that wish to assist us on this journey, any star family, any soul group, any ascended masters, like I say, that wish to assist us on this beautiful sacred journey that we're going. So I've just got to put my arm underneath the cushion. God, I'm falling to flipping bits. Oh, right, hang on. Sorry. Oh, I do apologise. Right, that's it. So like I say, it doesn't matter if you visualize, it really doesn't. Just go with all your senses. As I say every week, whether that's feeling, knowing, sensing, hearing, tasting, smelling, it really doesn't matter. And however you get comfortable with, you can sit up or lying down. Doesn't matter if you fall asleep, it's all still going in. So just allow your body now to fully settle into the surface beneath you. So every part of you is held and supported. And if you haven't already, just gently close your eyes and take a deep, slow breath in. And when you're ready, let it go. And with each exhale, the day or night behind you fades away. The decisions, the tasks, the mental chatter of your busy life, all of it releases as you settle deeper. And now something begins to happen. Everything starts to slow down, just naturally and gently, as the speed of everything around you is beginning to slow down even more. The thoughts moving through your mind as you drift deeper and deeper. And the world outside is getting more distant with every moment. The noise, all of it slowing down until this moment is the only moment that exists. Just this, just now, just you in this space, completely present with yourself. And in this slowed down, deeply settled place, something ahead of you begins to make itself known. A glimmering light in the distance, growing clearer with every moment. And something in you recognizes it immediately as you begin to move towards it now. And as you breathe deeper, something begins to form ahead of you. A portal, and it's gold and white, growing stronger and more defined with every breath you take. This is your gateway into the quantum realms, and it has opened specifically for you as you feel the pull of it like a magnet. The part of you that already knows what is on the other side. Take another slow, deep breath in. And as you do, step through the portal And as you arrive in this space, something makes itself known to you immediately. Something your body recognizes before your mind does. And then you sense or imagine it. It's a quantum fire burning in a space ahead of you. And you can feel its power before you reach it. The way the flames move with purpose. The way it seems to know that you are coming. This fire exists in the quantum realms, and it burns at a level that reaches places ordinary heat cannot. Through energy stored in your body for decades, through our collective consciousness, across every timeline connected to what you are going to release here. Step forward to the quantum fire and feel the warmth of it on your face, on your hands, on the front of your body. And begin to notice what happens the moment you are in front of the fire. Something in you settles. You feel so safe and so supported. Your soul knows this fire. You have stood before it before in other lifetimes, in other bodies, in other ceremonies. And being here again feels like coming home to something that you did not realize you had been missing. Stand even closer to the fire now. Let yourself really feel it. The way the light moves across everything around you. That deep, steady crackle. And what you're about to release to this fire will leave your cells, your energy field, your current ancestral bloodline, and the collective consciousness we are all part of. And this fire will give back in equal measure. What will come back to you is your strength, your power, and why you are here. You are the keeper of this fire. And it is here to keep something burning brightly within you. Bring your full awareness into your body now. Take a slow, deep breath in and feel what is there. What have you been carrying this week, this month, or perhaps much longer than that? Just feel where it lives in your body. Perhaps the tightness across your shoulders. Maybe there's a heaviness in your chest. Perhaps the tension is in your gut that has become so familiar that you barely notice it. It may be grief that you have not had the space to fully process. Perhaps worries about someone you love, or the weight of holding too many things together for so long. Whatever it is, wherever it lives, just feel it now. And now, with one slow, long breath in, gather it, draw it from wherever it has been sitting in your body, and allow it to flow into your hands. Feel the weight of it gathered there. And with your next breath out, step forwards to this fire and release it. Let it go from your hands, from every cell that's been holding it. Feel the fire receive it. Imagine and feel it transform from something dense and heavy into pure moving light and pure energy. Something that our universe can work with. And as it goes, feel the space it leaves behind. Breathe into that space now. Allow it to open all the way. And now you fill it with clean, clear, fresh energy. This is what you feel like underneath everything that you have been carrying. This is who you actually are. When the weight is gone, feeling free, feeling open, and feeling clear. And stay with that feeling just for a moment. And just breathe. Just feel what it is like to be this light in your own body. From this clear, open place, begin to allow your awareness to expand outward, like a ripple moving out from where you are, out into our world as it is now, to the places on our planet where people are living in fear, where families have lost everything to conflict and war, where the ground itself is scarred and exhausted, where communities are divided by fear and mistrust, where our natural world is carrying a weight it was never designed to carry alone. Feel all of it now. And now we feed it to this fire. The grief sitting in places torn apart by war. The rage of our natural world pushed beyond its limits. The physical and emotional pain of millions, humans and animals, across Earth. The confusion of our world in the middle of enormous change. Gather it all now and feed it to this fire. Imagine the flames rise as they receive it, higher and brighter with every offering. This fire is equal to everything our world is ready to release. Keep going, keep feeding it, everything that is ready to go, until you feel something shift in the fire, a sense of completion. And now feel, sense or know what comes back from the heart of this fire. A wave of energy moves outward in every direction, through the ground below, down into our earth, deep into the living body of our planet. Along every energy line crossing our world, into the water, into the air, into the roots of every tree, into the soil of every field. And it's carrying something our world has been asking for. Peace, love, and unity. Allow this wave to move through you too, right into the center of your chest, into every cell of your body. Feel it spread from your chest outward, through your rib cage, down through your arms into your hands, up through your throat, across your scalp. And then it runs down through your belly, your legs, and into the soles of your feet. Your whole body is filling with this clean, fresh energy of transformation. And as you hold this in your body, please understand something so important. By holding this energy, you are sending it out into every conversation you have, into every room you walk into every person you come into contact with. This is what it means to be a conscious light worker. This is the work, and you're doing it right now, beautiful one. And now we're in this open, clear, deeply connected state. Your higher self steps forward. The part of you that saw this whole moment before it began. The part of you that knew exactly what you needed to release and what you needed to receive. This is your time now. Bring forward anything you came here carrying tonight. Any question you've been sitting with. Any area of your life where you're asking for clarity, courage, or a sense of clear direction. Bring it forward now and simply feel it. Your higher self is speaking to you through images, words, feelings, sensations, colours, or numbers. However you receive this information is perfect for you. Just receive it. Just listen. And I shall be silent for a few minutes whilst you do this now. And whatever came through for you in this time, trust it completely. That is the most clearest, most honest part of you, speaking from the most powerful place inside you. So trust it and act on it. Stay with everything that you've just experienced for a moment longer. Feel it settled in your body, in the quiet certainty that something magical and significant just happened here. Because it did. You came here carrying something, and you chose to hand it over. You chose to feel it, to gather it, and release it into the quantum fire. And that takes real courage. And the clearing that happened in your body is permanent. The work you did with our collective consciousness is also permanent. And what was transformed in the quantum realms is gone from the root. And what came back to you in its place, that crystal clear clarity, that lightness, that deep settled feeling in your chest, that is yours to keep. Carry it with you. It belongs to you now. And once again, the portal that brought you here begins to open once more. That same magical golden light ahead of you is your gateway back. Take a deep, slow breath in. And as you step back through it, you feel yourself bringing everything you received with you. The knowing of what you just did and why it's so important. The connection to your higher self is stronger than it ever has been before. And all of it is coming back through the portal with you. Settling deeper into your body with every step. Feel yourself coming fully back now. Back into your space. Back into your body. Back into this moment. Feel the weight of your body against the surface that supports you. Bring some gentle movement back to your body. Roll your shoulders if that feels good. Take another slow, long, deep breath in. And fill every part of your body with it. Just sit with what you feel. Feel the healing you just did for yourself and our planet and every person that you come into contact with from this moment forward will feel the difference within you because you are carrying something stronger now. Something our world genuinely needs more of. That peace, that love, that unity of what you did in this session. You are more powerful and magical than you realize, beautiful one. And this fire keeps burning through you. So please go and live like you know that. Keep spreading your powerful light. And when you are ready, in your own time, open your beautiful eyes and welcome back. Wait for you to all drift back. So Aurora's saying, I do feel lighter, good. And Blip is saying, if I say to burn off limitations, do I miss the lesson which I should overcome? No, no, you won't. But if you needed to burn off something in this session that is ego based and that is not in your highest and greatest good, then absolutely no, you wouldn't know. Because I mean, say I don't always feel comfortable with the word lesson because I think it can be a bit what's the word? Schoolish. No, that's not the right word, but absolutely. And Jeno's saying, just looked up the song, was out the year I was born. I love that. And Petronica saying, oh, thanks, I feel so much lighter, good. And that was the intention for us to kind of do a baptism of fire and just burn everything that's holding us back. Because a lot of the stuff that holds us back is just ego-based things that we've experienced that have built a belief and a limitation, right? That's literally all it is. So no, I don't my perception is no, it doesn't matter. You wouldn't whatever we're meant to experience is already laid out. We'll never miss anything. And there is no good or bad, as we speak about each week. There is no good or bad. It's only our perception of whether something's good or bad. So yeah, beautiful. But absolutely, hope that makes sense. Absolutely. I joined like 5 minutes back, was hugely attracted by the thumbnail and immediately felt the coolness after the elaborate firewash ceremony. Beautiful. I love that. Welcome, darling. I don't think I've seen you here before, but yeah, give us we're here every Sunday, so give us a subscribe and you'll always catch our sessions. So welcome, darling. Oh, oh, bless you. Mary saying thank you. I needed and missed this. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Mary. Bless your heart. And Joyce is saying, I saw red hearts and shooting stars. I love that. Ah, bloody love it. Well done. And Patricia Mitchell saying, I let go of a lot. Good. Burn it. And you can come back to this because I will put the timestamps in, but I can't put them in, I think, until it's fully loaded back up. So, yeah. And Aurora's saying, oh, Gina's saying, thank you, Lorraine. My hands were hot throughout. Felt the whooshes of energy through my body too. I love that. Well done. Well done, darling. And Aurora was saying, my song's Turn It On by Lindsay Buckingham. I don't know that. I probably would have heard it. So Blip saying, Emma, isn't it Emma? Yeah. Thank you. That felt deeply cleansing. That makes sense. Beautiful. Exactly. Just burn it all off. And think of us like rockets. When we burn off all the, when you look at rockets going up into space, they burn off all that. I don't know what it is. I'm not very good at sciencey stuff. You don't. It's really quite funny, isn't it? I think I've triggered a lot of people that were very logically minded anyway, and they talk about science, and I'll trust the science. And I thought, yeah, where have we heard that before? Right? A lot of us didn't trust it because our intuition knew, didn't it? Um, so Blip saying, saw myself in white after giving to the fire. I never wear white. Was it you as you look now, or was it possibly another lifetime? But white is like the purity, the innocence, whatever that means for you. There'll be a relevance to the white, 100%, because everything's relevant, isn't it? So yeah, look up white. I mean, for me, it's just like innocence, purity. Always cleansing, isn't it? White as well. Blip saw myself in white after giving to the fire. Oh yes, you've said that already. My song is "Nights in White Satin" by the Moody Blues. Yeah, that's a good song, isn't it? 70s, is it? Yeah. And Anne just saying, "Mother Earth popped in for me." I love that. Well done. Bloody good. Bloody well done. And beautiful Patricia saying, "Feel lighter." Yeah, absolutely. We'll come back and do it again because you might have a different experience as well. And like I said, I put the timestamps in there for anyone who wants to come back and do it again. Or if if you're watching it on the replay and you haven't got a lot of time, I think it's about half an hour we were in, weren't we? No, actually longer than that. It was a long I thought it was longer tonight, actually. Uh, so I'm just going back over the comments, the early ones, because I think I was yakking and missed them all. Look at the bloody state of me. I look like I don't know what I've been through. Look at me. Jesus. God and Bennett. Isn't it funny? You look in the mirror and you don't look like that, but whenever you're on screen on camera, so I'm jumping around. I'll sort my table out. Um, But yeah, my other one bust. I found a screw on the floor and thought, I wonder where that's from. And then tonight, when I went to get my little kind of desk thing that I put above me, yeah, it was all like hanging hanging apart. So I was thinking, oh, I know where that screw's from now. Screw loose. Yeah, it's about right, isn't it? You got a bloody laugh. Absolutely. Lotus Power saying, I stopped following her as did not feel like, okay, that's the lady you were speaking about earlier. But like, use your discernment, even with anything I say. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. That's okay. It really, really is. But yeah, we have to be careful, I think, at the moment. I think there's going to be more of that, isn't it? And I know we were talking about the different energies earlier. That's all I don't even give them the airtime. But you can see when people have been affected by other energies, if that makes sense. It's always their eyes, isn't it? I'm just like, oh, yeah. It's like, oh, isn't it? It gives you that ooh, feeling, like not like I say, no judgment, but yeah, energy is different. Just seeing if I've missed anyone. Anyone got any questions? So I'm just looking at Lotus Passion Flower. My counsellor house years ago. Counsellor's house years ago. They were sending me negative energy to me and her. Yeah. The thing is, I would say if anyone sending you that kind of energy, I was always in the beginning, it was like, "I'll send it back." Not in a negative way, but now what if I feel it or whatever, I will transmute it into something positive for me. So it's a bit like horse manure. You can either get the hump about it, right, or you can pick it up and put it on some roses and grow the roses. That's the way I see it now, as you turn it into something for you if you ever feel that energy. But salt bags in the windows are quite good. You get some Celtic salt, any salt really. Um, but Celtic salt, I think, is the like Rolls Royce of salt, and you can put it in like little bags and hang it in your window, or put it over the doorways if you feel aligned as well. Kenzie's saying, "Oh, beautiful Kenzie, I just had a call from my son saying, 'Mum, I just had a realization of what's going on in the world, and it isn't the truth.'" Absolutely. And I think there's so many, it's a bit like the Truman Show, isn't it? The film, when he realizes that everything is just fake and a scene. It's just a really powerful film. Yeah, that really affected me years ago when I saw it, and I didn't know why. I didn't really understand it. And I said I didn't really understand it, but it didn't have the meaning. I was glued to it. Yeah, and now it all kind of makes sense, doesn't it, when we watch these things? So glad everyone's feeling a bit lighter. And Dancing Queen by ABBA. Yeah, we'll just drag it out. Drag it out. But like I say, for me, it's just an illusion by imagination. But it's so interesting, isn't it? It really, really is. So interesting. Really interesting. And Angie saying it didn't feel like that. Yeah, it was about 40 minutes we were in tonight. I knew it was longer. And Lotus is saying, "I'll email you." Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just drop me an email. And what I'll do is, because of my blooming gammy hand, I will send you a voice note back probably. Yeah, I'll send you a voice note back because I find that easier. And Blip saying, "I really enjoyed the Zoom, by the way. Next time I'll think of a question to share in the group. Wasn't sure of the format." Yeah, it's kind of anything goes. There isn't really, I mean, if you do want to turn it into something more, say, productive, we can. Because I was thinking about that. I was thinking because we just talk, don't we? I just thought it was a really nice opportunity for us to get together once a month and just talk about, and everyone share their experiences, like spiritually. Because I think last time we went a bit off track, but that's okay. Absolutely. But I think it is good. Maybe if we have a theme, I don't know, whatever you want to do. It's just so that we can all speak to each other. Yeah, you don't have to be sorry that you missed it. It's just we don't record it because people have asked me before, can we record it? And I'm like, no, because we talk about sometimes personal stuff. So yeah, I don't, it's not something that I would record and put on here. I'm just trying to think actually. Maybe we could, yeah, I don't know if there's a group like on my website. I think we can have like group chats and stuff in there. So yeah, I don't know. Um but yeah, it's a lot of it's kind of confidential, and sometimes we're talking about really deep, kind of personal stuff that we wouldn't share. Absolutely. So Joyce is saying, "I feel so much better now, nice and relaxed." Absolutely, that's the thing, letting it go, letting that energy go. Because I think sometimes we don't realise how tense our body is, and we kind of just brace ourselves, don't we, for things. How's Muffin? Oh yeah, she's all right. She's in the bedroom because I can't have her in here because she'd be in trying to play with toys and God knows what else. But yeah, no, she's all right. Yeah, she's all right. Thank you for asking. Absolutely. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions or they want to ask anything. Emily's saying, "I feel light. I saw colours morphing into each other. I love that. I feel cleansed by the release." Absolutely love it. Beautiful. I love the old colours. I get a lot of colours. I love it. It's like the northern lights in my head. Yeah, I see loads. I always see loads of purple. I get these red bubbles. I think we've spoken about it before, but yeah, I get these red bubbles. It kind of, that's my cue that it's opening. Then I see the purple, and then that's it. I mean, wherever we're going or whatnot. But like I say, don't ever get, I know I say this quite a lot, but really never get hung up if you don't visualize, because it does not mean anything. You get used to it. Actually, you can hone your other senses much better rather than just having a visual. No, there's nothing wrong with if you are visual. That's great. That's wonderful. Absolutely, that's beautiful if that's your journey. But if you don't, start tapping into the feeling, what comes through, right? But we look at others and comparison is a killer. Never look at what anybody else is doing, what they're not doing. Apologies. And I never apologize. I'm off to settle my youngest. You're welcome. See you on the next one. See you next week, darling. Hope you get a easy night and a peaceful night. And Petronica just said, I've literally just told my husband how tense my body has been. Exact time you said the same. Absolutely. But we don't realise how our physical body holds so much. It really doesn't. I know with my lower back at the moment, it's, yeah, because I use a stick. You know, I don't like to kind of talk about all this stuff, but yeah, I use a stick because I'm scared of falling over because I have falls, right? But I think walking with the stick actually causes more problems in my lower back. So yeah, it's really interesting. But anyway, I'm glad you all had a really lovely session, and I can hear her scrapping at the door, so I'm gonna have to go in a minute and get her in. George Michael. Oh, who said that? G Wood, welcome, darling. Holloway, the song by George Michael, Let Me Tell You a Secret, came into my mind during the meditation. Thank you, feel lovely and relaxed now. Beautiful, darling, welcome. Absolutely beautiful. Do you know what? One of George Michael's songs, I just love him so much. I don't think I was really into him, you know, during his time, if that makes sense. He's like been a grower for me. And that song, Jesus to a Child, because he passed away Christmas Day before Ray did. So he passed on the 25th of December, and then Ray passed on the 4th of January. And when I heard that song afterwards, it just had a completely different meaning. Just Google that song by George Michael and it's called Heal the Pain. There you go. Because I was thinking that. I don't know the song. Absolutely. Let me tell you a secret. Yeah. But he, oh my God. Yeah, George Michael, he's just incredible. But yeah, that song Jesus to a Child, completely different meaning. I like the song, but I never really kind of listened to the words, if that makes sense. But then when I did, oh my God, it used to have me in bits, and it still does now, you know, but not as, you know, potent. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look up that song, Heal the Pain. I know it. But yeah, he was just, honestly, I loved him so much. I was absolutely devastated when he passed away. But like I say, in the 90s and Wham and stuff, I was never overly, I was more like a soul, you know, like Shalimar, George Benson, um, Earth, Wind and Fire, you know, that, what else was it? Whispers. It's a love thing. Ooh, I'm gonna sing. We used to go anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go as well. I'm gonna listen to that song. So thank you to everybody. Have a wonderful week. Keep going. Much love. And most of all, keep smiling. And I'll see you all next Sunday. Lots of love. Have a wonderful week. And just keep going. I love you all. All the best. Toodle pip. Love you. Bye. Bye.